So in science today, we're exploring what we think a scientist looks like and what we think a scientist does. Check out this activity. I started the lesson by giving the students a piece of paper, and I gave them about 8 minutes to draw what they think a scientist looks like and write a sentence about what they think a scientist does. The students had some very unique ideas about what a scientist is and what a scientist looks like. It was really cool to compare and contrast their drawings. After we drew what a scientist looks like, I had the students silently do a nice 2 to 3 minute gallery walk around the room to make observations about what everybody else's scientists look like. Then they returned to their seats. After they returned to their seats, I had them do a little group talk for about a minute to discuss the common observations that they saw. Next, we took some of our common observations, such as scientists wearing a lab coat or having tools or crazy hair, and we put it into a data table. Then we created a graph with that information, so we were able to compile our data and create a functioning graph with labeled axes and also a title. The students' graphs turned out amazing. As you can see, their artwork is much better than mine. This was a fun activity because it got my students thinking like scientists. We asked a scientific question, which is, what do we think a scientist looks like? What do we think that they do? Then they were able to walk around, they were able to collect data, make observations, put that data into a data table. Tomorrow I'm going to review what all the students wrote down for what they think a scientist does, and then we're going to draw some conclusions. So there'll probably be a part 2 to this, but I don't know, it was a fun activity. The kids really enjoyed it. They did quite well too.